Well, for everyone that had the game theory that we were going to be getting more Yugioh Olga Maries, you were absolutely right, as we just now got the Aqua Yugioh Olga Marie, as she's being called, over here on the JP version of the game. Now, it's not like it's actually, a new servant that you can summon. It looks like we're getting the second part to the Yugioh Olga Marie fights, I guess we'll just call them, that we've been getting. See, the first one was this long, 10-man fight. They did make 10 different teams, and each fight had its own gimmick. It wasn't the hardest thing in the world, but it was a bit interesting because, you couldn't just be like, oh, I'll just double Castoria my way through each and every one of these fights. You kind of had to have a decent bit of servants to put some different teams together, but in the end, you got what was either a half, a third, a fourth of some kind of object relating to Flare Yugioh Olga Marie. And a lot of people have been speculating that, oh, maybe when we complete these, we'll be able to get a free-to-play version of Olga Marie, which I do not want to ruin anybody's hopes, but I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to give out someone like Olga for absolutely free, considering how popular she is. But as you guys can see in the game right now, we do have the new fight. I've not really gone into it at all myself, personally. Like, I don't know what's in here, but I will just go ahead and see what's up. I mean, I can't read the story. I'm going to have to wait for somebody to translate it for me. So I'm going to hit it with a fat skip. But we do also have artwork for them, which I guess while I'm going through this, kind of skipping through it in the background, I'll show you guys the new artwork that we got for the Flare Olga Marie, which, I think looks pretty good. And this Olga just, bro, she looks like she's out of her mind, bro. Like, I don't know why she is so about it and why my hands are so in my face. But I kind of like that, they have different outfits. Kind of, I don't know, it's not like that much different. Maybe it really is just the different colors making it look a little bit different. I do find it interesting that this Olga has less like water, because this is Flare, so she has fire, but this one is water, but it's more like misty or ice. I think that's kind of interesting. But all right, let's just go ahead and just jump in and see what is up with the Olga fight. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be the same exact thing. It looks like it's going to be, I don't know what that is. Okay, yeah, cool. I'll figure that out later. I'll wait for someone on the wiki side to translate, like, oh, don't bring a specific guy to this one. You're gonna get booty blasted. But is it another 10? Yeah, it is another 10. Okay. There's no servants. It looks like it's just generic-y enemies again. Okay, some of them actually have 2 waves of guys, or I'm assuming that's 6 people at once, actually. So that'll be kind of interesting. If you're playing JP, I would make sure you look at some of the gimmicks before going into these, because if it's anything like last time, each different wave has its own gimmicks going into it, and so you don't want to bring not unoptimized, but you know what I'm saying, like an ill-prepared team to take on the combat over here. And we don't have any of the details. I mean, it literally just dropped for what like her skills, the Aqua version, is looking like, but something that I do think is rather interesting, and you guys can let me know your thoughts in the comments about this one. There's not really a consistent naming scheme or motif going for the different Olgas, aside from they all appear to be somewhat elementally based. So, we have the Flare one, which is obviously fire, but then we have Aqua, which is water, and I think that's interesting because Aqua is Spanish for water, but Flare, as far as I'm aware, and someone can let me know in the comments, but it's just normal like English for fire. I don't think it's related to any one language. It could be Italian for all I know. I didn't study every single language, so someone in the comments can let me know if like I'm just being dumb and I can't find the link between the different like motifs that they have going. So I think that's kind of nice. I think it means that for the other Olgas, I'm presuming we're at least going to get an earth-based one and a wind-based one. That way we have earth, water, fire, air, Avatar Olga over here. I think we should be able to see some other one of those coming in. I'm going to be very excited to see what they actually just go through and name them as well, what they're going to decide to do for that. Now, this does bring into question, why are we gathering these discs? Why are we getting these pieces for an item every time we fight Olga Marie? Because I'm presuming it has something to do with the actual story. We have Ordeal Call, 1, 2, and 3. Bare minimum, we're going to fight her 3 more times, and then maybe we end up fighting her in Antarctica, because as you can see, there's some stuff going on down there. I'm presuming that it's either going to be A, what lets us get in there, or B, the more tantalizing option is that maybe we get ourselves a free Olga Marie, which I think is a little bit cope, but If I think about it this way, maybe by the time the 10th anniversary, which would be next year, maybe by the time that hits, that's when we're done with Ordeal Call. And for the 10th anniversary, they give everybody their first free 5-star, that being Olga Marie, the old director. I think that's a really sick idea. Like, follow me on that and just tell me that doesn't seem like a really cool idea. We could still get Ordeal Call 3 later on this year, or we could get at the beginning of next year. But how it feels to me is that we might see around winter again is when they're going to drop Ordeal Call 3, and then, leading into the anniversary, maybe they do the Antarctica stuff, and then kind of like Lost Belt 2, how that introduced Scotty, and then about a month or two later, that's when they introduced her as a summonable servant. Instead of her being summonable, we'll just get her. And then, of course, if they want to, they can make like a summonable version of Olga. I don't think anybody's going to complain. I mean, we have like 50 Morgans running around and like 3 Castorias, and most people don't really care about it. It's like, if you just give them cute wifeys, people are not going to complain, especially if one of them is free. So I would like to hear you guys' thoughts on that in the comments down below. And yeah, especially if you think we're actually going to be getting her for free, because I would say no, but if it does align with the 10th anniversary, usually, like, that's unheard of, right? We haven't really had mobile games or gacha games been around for that long. Usually they go out of business after a couple of years. That's why FGO during their 3rd anniversary was so happy. They were very, very thankful for the player base, because they're like, not everybody even makes it to their 1st year anniversary, much less their 2nd, 3rd, and FGO is about to hit its 9th, 10th. That's a decade that this game has been going on, and I know it has its slow periods and it has some downtime, but what better way to give back to the player base than not only being like, you know what, I know we can make mad money just selling Olga as an actual summonable unit, but what if we just gave it to the player base? We give them the old director, which, even if you didn't like Olga at the beginning of the story, I will tell you that Lost Belt 7 will make you actually like her. They definitely, I think, patched up issues that I had with her personally in Fuyuki, because early on, they weren't that deep with the writing. It was like, we're not sure if this game's going to go on for super long, so it's not like everything is as deep as, like, say, like Stay Night Zero, the other shows. But I think with Lost Belt 7, I think Nostr did a really good job at kind of picking up the pieces on that and really making you like Olga Marie. It's kind of an unfortunate situation, I guess, but I don't know. I think that's a really good way to kind of, like, loop it all the way back around. I mean, that or give me Solomon, that or give me Solomon. Maybe we get Olga for free, and then Solomon is the 10th anniversary unit. I think that could also be really sick. So I don't know, maybe I'm a crazy person. It's like 5:40 in the morning, because I gotta make sure that I'm one of the first people to get the news out. But maybe I'm just, a crackhead and I'm like super tired, or maybe I'm cooking, maybe I'm cooking with some gas. So let me know in the comments down below. As always, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you do like that daily and sometimes double FGO videos every single day, as I think for the advanced quest, I'm probably going to have to start double uploading the next couple of days, especially because we have the pre-release campaign for learning with manga, but this is definitely a little bit more gas than us getting the learning with manga event. So let me know all that in the comments down below, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace, late guys.